I know each of you can hear Jimmy laughing over there. Isn't he adorable? I'm just waiting for the bit rate to go up real quick. All right, let's see if that works better. All right, how about now? Good? Okay. There we go. All right, we'll see how long that lasts. So, Councilman Schiff, we were actually just talking about Texas. And I was telling everybody that I love Texas and I will defend Texas. And you can speak to this better than anybody else, as you are actually an elected official in Texas. Is it true that, to a degree, and this is not a politics question. This is a general political question. It's not a trap. Um, would you agree or disagree that a lot of the higher up representatives of Texas do not represent the average Texan very well? I said he agrees. I said, as still having friends in Texas, and I'm not an Abbott fan. I wasn't a fan of the guy before Abbott either. I'm not a Cruz fan. Um, I don't believe they speak for the average Texan. Is Texas conservative? Very, very much so. But not weekend. Go to and there is a definitely lately in the last few elections a paradigm shift in how people are classifying themselves as Democrat and Republican in Texas. There is more gray area in Texas. I will venture to say there's more gray area in between in Texas than there is in California. Now, I don't know Northern California, which is much different than Southern California, but I can tell you there is definitely more purple in Texas than there is in California. Um, Definitely more purple. And that's what we were speaking to, Chef. I said that there's a chance in a year or two that we may be moving back to Texas for Melissa's work, and there were some people were like, "Oh no, not Texas," and I was like, "No, it's not what you think it is. It's actually, I love Texas. I do." So where we were, Mr. Young and Dangle got in on the supercharged, leaving 3 spots left. I will also let y'all vote as to which box you want. You'll have 2 to choose from. Let me autofocus that. We'll cut that over to there and. Oh no. Let me get the important box. That's the real box I want to see. There we go. That's the good one. Um Last time Money Mitch went back to Texas, they cut down the hanging tree and paved over where it used to be, as they should have. Chef says, I once wrote Mr. Cruz after reading Green Eggs at Hand and the opening prologue to Star Wars. If he ever kept people from being paid, I would be a sandburr between his bum cheeks as he went campaigning around Texas. Yeah, I'm not. Ted Cruz, personally, is a coward, in my opinion. I don't agree with everything Colin Allred says, but I agree that he is a coward. Ted Cruz, when there is a power outage, he flees with his family on vacation. When there is trouble in the Capitol, he hides in a closet. That is all documented truth. That's not headlines. That is a fact. Sapporo says it's an insult to true cowards, DC. Listen. Political turmoil got me on the front page of the Galveston Daily News, jackholes. There you go, Chef. Get him. I'm not. Now the vacation was planned. Yeah, convenient. It seems like whenever the constituents of Texas need Ted Cruz, I don't remember what his real Hispanic name is. Ted is not his real name. But Mr. Cruz, the Canadian Mr. Cruz, seems to never be around. Dangle, no. And I think that a lot of Texans don't agree with Ted Cruz anymore. And you should probably sit down for everybody else. If you can't stand up for your family, you should just sit down and stay down. I lost more respect from him when he did not defend his family from President Trump than anything else. And that's why I don't like Ted Cruz. So it's not politics that I don't like Ted Cruz. I just think he's a coward. I do. I'd say it to his face. I'd probably use colorful language to his face as long as Secret Service wasn't around. I'm not a Rafael Cruz guy. With that said, I don't get to vote in Texas, so. Boy, that one just wants to be opened. All right. Neither senators, not on my list of people that I would want still in office. I'm not saying who I vote for or voting to. Yeah, I like Allred's moxie. Colin Allred, and there's a video of this. Again, there's proof of this. On January 6th, whatever your opinion of January 6th is, I don't care what your opinion is. It's fine. You can have your opinion. But there were people inside the building trying to get into the rotunda or the room, whatever. Everyone fled. Colin Allred was one of the last people to fled. There's literally videos of him taking off his jacket and rolling up his sleeves, standing in the middle of there saying, "No, I'm gonna defend myself if this comes down to it." Rafael Cruz literally was found in a supply closet hiding behind a locked door. That is, as a military guy, as I'm not going to say a tough guy, but I've held my own in my life. I'm going to vote for the guy that wants to fight and not the guy that flees. That's just me. That's who I am. That's my makeup. I'm gonna go with the guy that is gonna roll up his sleeves, and not the guy that may or may not have wet himself. Will do, Dangle. So I got some sun today, and you can see the line that the sun was hitting here, and my head was turned. You can see it's almost like I have the makeup line on, but trust me, that's not foundation. It's the sun just did not get past the curvature of my face, and it is a nearly straight, and even like the line of light here. I need to get, yeah, right. I need to get color matched. Yeah, it was. So I pick up Jimmy from the bus. The bus gets let out in front of our apartment building. And there's like really nice park benches there. So I usually sit out in the sun for like 5 to 10 minutes waiting for him. Today I was out there for about 25 minutes. A lot longer than I normally was out there. You went with the red instead of the orange. That's it. And I was out there and I had jeans on, even though it was 79 degrees. And I was like, oh, 79. I mean, I'll be in the shade. It's not bad. Nope. Nope. I deeply regret wearing jeans outside. Jimmy, how's school going? Good. Good. He's having fun. He joined the chess club, right? Did you turn in your paperwork? Yeah. Okay. If you go to school on Saturday for 4 hours a day, they will credit you for any time that you've missed. And since he misses every Thursday for therapy, he may do 4 hours on Saturdays, which are more science experiments and fun activities. So he's kind of jazzed about that. Less kids, more fun, more one-on-one education. And that gives us 4 hours alone. Does he like chests? He does, I believe, yeah. Yep, yeah, he does. Yep. Yep. He's a big fan. I am too. I'd call myself a connoisseur. Just saying. What's going on, Detroit? How are you doing, man? We're just talking about chests. We're talking about chess. And then it turned into chests. Fond chess, fond. I am a man of culture, it's right. I am a man of dignified culture. Culture, if you mean like in a petri dish. that's I need to phrase that better. I have culture. Dot 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 in a petri dish. Or I have culture, the petri dish kind. Chests full of treasure. Huge tracts of land. Mr. Young. Mr. Young knows a thing or two about treasure. He's got 3 shops filled with hidden treasure. It's a true story. Just ask him, he'll tell you. Thank you. I try to be a wordsmith. I gotta pronounce this word right, so I'm gonna look up the spelling. I can't say that. No. Okay. I can't say it. Scuba Vince. I have never seen a human being consume more frozen fish sticks in my life than when he was at LA Comic Con. He had a suitcase that had dry ice in it. This man was crunching fish sticks, still frozen, like you would eat a candy bar. It was a thing to behold. He had what looked like an old toothpaste tube that was not filled with toothpaste. It was filled with what looked like tartar sauce. And this man was just crunch, crunch, crunch. It was the most insane thing I have ever seen. Scuba Vince and his fish sticks. It's a sight to behold. Frozen. Pre-cooked. Frozen. Toothpaste tube. If you want the shells. If you've never eaten crickets, dried roasted crickets, they taste like, the best way I can think of it is they taste like sunflower seeds, but you're also eating the seed coat. That's what they taste like. Scuba Vince, he spends so much time underwater that I think he doesn't mind it anymore. Here's the thing that jolts me about it. We are at Comic-Con from like 8 a.m. till 8 o'clock at night. This dude pulls out of his pocket a frozen fish stick that you could knock on. It's frozen. Like the frost smoke coming off of it, winks at me and goes, how his fish stick was still frozen when I know he didn't go back to his hotel. I know he did not, unless he had dry ice in his backpack. How he did it at like 6 p.m. on a con day, pulling it out of his pocket. It's not like he pulled it out of a box or a bag. It was just like, and I'm like, BS, that just happened. And then he walked away and bought a comic book. Strangest thing I've ever saw in my life. Strangest thing I've ever seen. I thought tartar sauce goes bad at room temperature, let alone pocket temperature. And this, maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's the warm tartar sauce on the frozen fish stick that it gets like just below room temperature in the mouth when they're mixed together. I don't know. Scoobs, when we went to Yard House, what did you have for dinner? I had jambalaya.
I had chicken.
Jimmy had chicken. Frozen cod sticks. Booyah. The witnesses. The waitress did think it was sexy. But I mean, There's people that like chew ice. I guess this is just fish flavored ice. Sapporo says, I choose not to believe this story because in my reality, it's just too wild to be real. Money Mitch is like, they'll do anything for a tip. KP's like, no. Money Mitch is like, the tip? Extra money? Not even close. Yeah, waitresses don't count. Their jambalaya is actually not bad. Steven of Stephen Maddie fame. Steven had the jambalaya too. We both had the jambalaya. Listen, somebody get a hold of Steve. Go on here. I'm going to put my hands behind my head. Somebody get a hold of Steven. Ask him about Yard House in LA Comic-Con. Ask him if he and DC had the jambalaya. And ask him if Scuba Vince had the undercooked cod sticks. Dog food ice cream is very bland. I am not going to lead him. Verify the story. He's not watching. There's no way he can see me telling this story. I am probably 80 miles away from Steven. I will keep my hands on the head until somebody confirms it as proof that this is that the Yard House story is true. Chef's like, the print might have caused a family fight. Well, I mean, it's Joe Montana. Money Mitch goes, undercooked fish at Yard House. Yeah, no, that is factual. That statement I do believe. Not only was it not cooked, he didn't send it back and he finished it. I lied. He didn't finish it. He left the pasta noodles that were underneath the fish. But he ate, I think, 3 out of the 4 fish. The pasta noodles, some of the pasta noodles were left. Listen, that's the story and I'm sticking to it. Somebody will, in an off comment, you're the best kind of monster, Scoob. Somebody, even not doesn't have to be today, just casually bring up in a conversation, hey, Steven, did you go to Yard House with Doug, Melissa, James, DC, Scoobs, Mandala was there? Doug, Lee, Maria, Maddie? Ask him if that was the table. Ask him if he had the jambalaya. Ask him if I had the jambalaya. Then ask him if Scoobs had uncooked fish on noodles. Hello! Oh my God! Here it is! Wait! Mrs. the Breaker was there! Mrs. the Breaker was there! Hold on! Melissa. Where did we go to eat? Where did we go to eat for LA Comic-Con, where it was Steve, Maddie, Lee, Maria, Mandala, Doug, DC, Jimmy, Mrs. the Breaker, and Scuba Steve? Where did we go eat? Yard House. Yard House. Did I have, what did I eat? What was the meal I had? And did Steven have the same meal? Third year in a row we went. Jambalaya, baby! Oh, the story is just getting truer and truer. Scuba Vince. Did he have the fish? Who's doubting the story now, kids? We want to hear about the frozen fish sticks. Mrs. the Breaker. Was shrimp pasta dish. Seafood pasta dish. Correct. It had fish in it. Is it a true story? Scuba Vince had a very particular snack. During the con, and then he went to buy a comic book. It was something repugnant. It was frozen. And he was eating it like it was a candy bar. Can you tell the people what it was? I froze? Did I freeze or did it freeze? I don't know how long she's been listening. Are you in the car yet, or are you on the way to the car? You were there for one day. Oh, I don't know if that was the day he did it. It was 2 out of the 3 days. You were there Friday. You were there Friday. I don't remember if it was Friday or Saturday. She was there Saturday? She was there Saturday. Jimmy, yes. Yeah, because she was in the hotel Friday. She was at the con Saturday. And then, yeah, it was Saturday. She says, I just tuned in when I said hello. So the moment she said hello was the moment that she logged in. Which makes sense because it's on the phone through the new car stereo pad thing. All right, so she might not be able to verify the story. I need to find Lee Cozy. Lee Cozy was there all 4 days. I was only there 3 of the 4. Lee was there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Sapporo says, I have some questions. I have all the questions. Kate! You're back! Hey everybody, Kate's back. Yeah, that's right. You really weren't there at the time. Lee probably saw it. Maybe we can get Lee to talk about it. Kate does want to see some art, and I want to show Kate some art. Actually, at one point, all of us ate con food. I had nachos. There was this girl. She had this tiny little, like, pop up. It was inside. It was on the second floor. It was next to the coffee place. And the line for the coffee place, the people waiting to pick up their order, covered the front of her booth. Not many people realized she was even there. And she had this, it was like only 8 little tubs of food. There was only like 4 options. And she had these pulled pork nachos with this great queso. And it was expensive because it was con food. It was $18. It was so unbelievably good. And she had her own homemade green salsa that was not too hot, that had tons of layered flavor. It was unbelievable. If it wasn't $18, I would have got it every day. But that was my one splurge. And I never got, she didn't have a sign out front. There was no name. It was just Girl Tacos. And it was like, I want to eat your tacos. And the nachos were unbelievable. I housed them. Super expensive. $18 for nachos. Now, don't get me wrong. She was very generous with her portion. I'm not knocking her.
So
portion.
we're just done with phrasing, right? That's not a thing anymore?
Kate gets it. And when I finished my nachos, I was full, and I didn't eat for like 8 hours after that. It might have been called Girl Tacos. I don't know. It didn't have a name. I would have taken a picture and been like, these are the best tacos. Everybody come here. But I just don't want to take a picture of her and be like, hey, everybody come here.
A little bottle of water. A little bottle of water.
DC over here talking about a girl's tacos and there being a pop-up. More phrasing. You know what goes really good with phrasing? Original art by Daniel Gonzalez, sketch ghoul Sean MacArthur, and the legendary and indelible Kevin P. West. That goes good, and I think somebody should buy it. Wouldn't name a good stand girl tacos unfamous. Hey man, listen, I think you're famous. I think you're legendary. Money Mitch says, I caught Daniel painting on stream the other night. Did you tell on him? He does now. He just started streaming. How many have sold? That's a wonderful question. Let me show you. I have the answer. 2. Scuba and Carlos have joined in the fun. There are still 15 more boxes for people to enjoy. Excuse me. Yeah, he is, that is the monster one. We have just scratched the surface of the Monster Mash. The giveaway is this gorgeous Daniel Gonzalez print. This is a block print. Signed, titled, and numbered 4 out of 120 in pencil on the bottom. I'm not gonna lie, I love this. It's nice. It's very nice. Yeah, Chef, once that was confirmed, it's on its way. If you check your email, you will see your other box is now on its way, bud. Once all that was squared away, I sent everything. The only thing I have is Dangle's got a deal going with his. Thank you, Sapuros. Carlos, I'm going to cut a deal with him for the Mog Park ball. And Prue is cutting a deal too. Those are the only 3 balls I have. Everything else is in the mail. Everything else is in the mail. It's just jelly. Everyone else got their balls. The final ball that's not part of a trade is actually right next to me. This is the last ball. This is the Ashley Popplewell ball. This is being shipped today. That is the last non-trade ball. Are all the game ones gone? All the game used balls? 2/3 of the run were game balls. Less than a third. 24 of the 33 were official MLB game balls supplied by MLB. The other 9 were the step below, the specifications but not official. Oh, the game! There's 3 spots left. I'm sorry. You are talking about small change. There are 3 spots left. Or you're talking about the video game art. That's completely different. We have 7 of those left. Yeah, listen, I'm not that bright. I was blessed with a beautiful voice, not a beautiful brain. Definitely not a beautiful face. Although I got a great set of legs. Blind Cat wants the Mike Tyson punch-out thingy. Well, that is a possible giveaway at the end. There's a couple of things you could do. You could wait to see if somebody chooses it as the final item and then do a work and trade, or you can buy in and hope you win. The Dragula? Mrs. the Break is like, them legs. You got them pretty legs, boy. I used to have a really great rear end too, but Ozempic has been eating that away. There was... I would actually love Kevin P. West to do the Grandpa Munster's race car. That would be a lot of fun. Their traditional Munster wagon is pretty dope too. Oh, you just stop with your legs, yeah, right? Something about TMNT? I don't know. He's playing a game and yelling stuff at me, and I don't know what's happening. Well, yeah, it's either or. So here's the rub. Whoever wins the giveaway for video game either gets that or that. You have to choose. One of them goes back to us. The other one goes to whoever wins. So it's a tough decision. Do you want the Eastman signed TMNT or do you want the Tyson signed Punch-Out? By the way, announcement for Comic-Con Revolution, Mark Bagley just announced he'll be there. So we will be deep in Mark Bagley autographs at Comic-Con International. I'm excited. I have all of my I have a really good Bagley De La Rosa dual signed book, Lethal Protector 4, I think it is, which is the first appearance of the symbiote, the multiple symbiotes. I got Bagley and De La Rosa to sign that one. That's the only really big Bagley I have. I have a couple of like the new Amazing Spider-Mans that Bagley did, the extra covers, the cover B's on. But I don't know if they're worth signing and grading. It was a very heavily printed book. Man, I am PO'd. So I submitted 5 books at Comic-Con. One of them is and not only did Lee agree, not only did Trevor say it looked good, but one of the guys at CGC, who I know, Nick, I showed him my absolutely pristine copy of the first appearance of Spider-Punk. It is minty freaking fresh. It has no dovetailed corners. It has staples are centered and they are not bent. There's no bumps. It is minty fresh. I got that book pressed and graded. I got it pressed just to pay to play. And then I had 4 books that are being JSA certified. And 2 of the 4 are not in good condition. They were my personal copy readers. I don't really care if they're like 8s. I wanted to get them pressed just to get the best possible grade, but I wouldn't care anyway. 2 of them I wanted to get good grades on because they're possible flip books. And I told the guy at CGC I want everything pressed. He's like, well, you have to do this one separate from this one. So the first one he does is the JSA. He has me type everything in. We finish it out. I hand it to him, and then I do the second one, and he had me do it. He's like, all right, you can do that one. So I did that one, did the pressing and everything. I hand them to them. I get my receipt in the mail as I in the email as I walk away, and he did not select pressing for the 4 JSA books. So I was like, son of a biscuit. So I went back and I was like, hey, those are supposed to be pressed. It was about 2 hours later, 3 hours later. And he's like, oh, we just sent them out. We already sent out our first batch. When they show up online, just call us, tell us, and we'll add pressing. So I talked to Lee today. Lee's like, yeah, no problem. Lee calls. Lee says, oh, you know, your Spider-Man book is being pressed. He says it's actually in pressing now. Your other 4 are being graded. And I'm like, no, they're supposed to be pressed. He's like, they can't press them because they already started grading. So they're not getting pressed. I have to get them back. And if the grades are what I expect them to be, I'm going to have to send them back to be pressed and reslabbed. Now, the good news is, because I'm getting them JSA certified, I don't have to pay for the certification again. The reslabbing is like $25 and the pressing is $15. So it's going to be about $40 for that, and then another $20 for shipping. So it's going to be about $65. I'm really only going to need to get 2 of them. Because the other 2 I don't care as long as they're above an 8. Because I'll never sell them. They're just my old personal readers that I wanted to get graded. Because they were signed. And I got them signed in person. But the other 2 I was potentially going to flip. Including the Ken Lashley Obi-Wan Kenobi #1 Virgin variant limited to 500 signed by him. That one I wanted pressed. I wanted that to be a 9.8 because I would flip that book. That is a pricey little book. But Lee called them and they said, oh, once we get it, we can't change it. And Lee's like, well, it was the guy's fault. We said pressing and it's not pressed. But it is, of course, my responsibility to check my receipt. So ultimately, the company said it's my fault that they made the error, which is fine. Whatever. Maybe I'll get lucky and they'll be like a 9.6, which I'd be fine with. A signed comic, I'm okay if it's a 9.6 because it was obviously handled. 9.8 is like the standard moneymaker. Anything above 9.8 is just amazing. But I'm not mad at a signed 9.6. So if they're 9.6s, I'll probably still flip them. But the other two, they could, I don't care what they are. One of them is Vigilante #1, my personal reader copy signed by Marv Wolfman. I am a big Marv Wolfman fan. The stuff that he did for DC was absolutely amazing. That is some major doo-doo, I know. I don't even remember. I gave them... I gave them the Ken Lashley Virgin variant, the Marv Wolfman #1 Vigilante. I believe my Tony Moy signed and remarked 8 Billion Genies Moy variant, which was also limited edition. And it was the Bagley Della Rosa dual sign. I think. Oh, no, I didn't do that one. No, I didn't, because it's right here. Oh, now I don't remember which ones I did. Well, it's going to be interesting. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember. Oh, well. It'll be a surprise then. Good. Actually, I'm happy then. That means I can get that one pressed properly. So, excellent. I'm glad I didn't do that one. And then I found out, so here's something that some of you are going to want to know. This is important information. When you are doing a JSA, when you're doing a CGC X JSA book, they will certify the signature. They will not authenticate the sketch. They will authenticate only the signature. Now I remember my 8 Billion Genies preview copy. That's what I sent. That is signed and remarked by Brown and Soule. He said they'll do the signatures, but they will just say ink drawing on cover. Now, the 8 Billion Genies preview book, all of them were remarked. All 500 were remarked. That was the only way you could get them. They handed them out that way. So anybody who knows the book knows that that is theirs. So I was like, yeah, I don't care. Just grade it, authenticate it. Because that's not a book the casual person is buying. That is probably a $500, $600, $700 book. Not graded. People know what they're buying if they're buying that book. So they're not going to care what it says. 8 Billion Genies preview. It may have come down since then. It's a $600 book. It's a $500 to $600 book. There it is. 300 raw, 5 to 600. Oh, that's actually a JSA one. Oh, all right. I'm not mad at that at all. It just simply says sketch on cover. That's fine by me. Now, mine is not going to be a 9.8. Mine is probably going to be like a 9.0, 9.2. Mine was not in the best shape. All right, I'm okay with that. What's going on, Sully Bomb? How are you doing? It's a true story. The Bible is the #1 selling book on the planet. That is a statistical fact. #1 selling book on the planet. So yeah, it says, oh, so they're giving them the inscription. Charles Lee authenticated autograph with inscription. Ryan Brown authenticated autograph. But they're just saying sketch on cover. So you're saying I should have gotten my De La Rosa book witnessed? You don't have to. You can get it authenticated like this. JSA authenticated. If you want it witnessed, you're just going to get the gold label. It's a slightly different label. This is the gold label. Somebody happened to be witnessing this particular one being signed. See, there they are, written out of. They only made 500 of these. This came out the year before the proper book did.
I'm Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, Chef. Yeah. Yeah, 1 in 19 cases, not easy to get. So yeah, that's the different label. Oh, 1 in 10? Well, that's still... Well, the cases are 10 boxes, so that means 1 out of every 100 boxes. Hey, Sullybomb, I have no idea what Jesus has to do with comic books, man. We're just talking about collecting comic books, homie. You can believe whatever you want and love whatever you want, but we're just talking about comics. This is a collecting show. That is the OG #1. That's the first print #1. That's the one that people are going gaga over. This will be, well, probably close to 200 when all is said and done. Ooh. That's a pretty good deal for a hundy. Yeah, it looks good. So the reason why people are going gaga over this book, this book was picked up by Amazon to be made into a show. So this is gonna, once, if they actually put the show up, this will be a pretty big deal. It had a massive price surge originally when it was announced that they bought it. Interesting. All right, I digress. So I pretty sure I have a torn rotator cuff. Here's the fun thing. I've had it for about 3 years now. I have a really high tolerance for pain. It's this rotator cuff. It's right here. The tear is right. I can actually put my finger on the tear and induce pain by touching my shoulder right exactly here. So I've had it for about 3 years. President in Sports SP to 25, Ovalocity. Sapporo says, I'm just going to leave this here. Matthew 7:1, which simply says, do not judge or you too will be judged. And there it is. Austin 3:16 says, I just whooped your ass.
Language.
It's a quote.
Oh, so that means that we can say it?
No, James.
Oh.
Dangle. I like Warriors and Conquerors. Speaking of the Bible, Warriors and Conquerors. I'll let you pick. Do you want the left one or the right one? Left must be right. All right, let's have a little bit of fun. This is actually a pretty cool product. This for the first time have gotten our hands on this 2024 Keepsake Warriors and Conquerors Edition. It is one keepsake relic in here. This is cool. This is up there with in my hand as a lot of fun. Dangle-lang, dangle-lang. Dangle-lang knows a little something about conquering. He's on his, I think, 13th child. Let's see what's in the bubbles. Not what you were looking for. I'm not going to sugarcoat this. It's Captain Morgan. Now, I know you like Captain Morgan, but probably not this Captain Morgan. Although this Captain Morgan comes with some rose quartz. I don't know. It's in French. I'm sailing with the captain tonight. There you go, Mr. Young. Not the best that I've seen out of this set. Sorry, Dangle. It looks like left wasn't right. Nantes is a city in France. Just Google it. Probably either Nantes or Nantes. Je parle français. Un peu.
Oh, you just got dangled.
Daddy,
Yeah, Papa.
I got 2 interceptions and 1 touchdown.
Good job, bud.
As Justin Jefferson on the Vikings.
I'm proud of you, homie. I love you, man. Yeah, Dangle, not the strongest one, man. There's nothing I can say about that. I had no idea the hits were that small in that product. The other 2 that we've seen were pretty dang good. Scuba, I don't remember, but it's on its way to your house. This is the other one that we opened. So, this is what was pulled out of the first box we opened. And that is a leather breastplate. Dual gem. That's okay. Got a chicken Big Mac commercial and now I'm hungry. Man, I thought about the chicken Big Mac. I don't eat burgers, I eat chicken. And it just doesn't, I don't feel like a chicken Big Mac is gonna have the right texture. Oh, Kate's like, they're so good. Lay off me, I'm starving. Double chicken sandwich, yeah. Scoop says, I checked on my comic auction total so far. I have 39 comics left to go. I need an average of $89 per comic to reach my goal. Why don't you share the link, Scoops? Doesn't give you E. coli like the Quarter Pounder. I heard it actually killed somebody. They actually have a fatality from that E. coli officially. It's not the same chicken as the McChicken? Oh, okay. Getting it plain with barbecue sauce. Now you're talking, homie. Now you're talking. Link to your auction, man. The company had to have given you a link so you can view your auction. There's listeria chicken going around? Boy, maybe that's why Jimmy and I are pooping our brains out.
Yeah. And I also have to take a big old poo.
No, KP, it wasn't. It wasn't, but the conspiracy theory is the CDC injected the patties with E. coli to get back at them for doing that. Well, I know, Scoobs. We want a link to the actual auction. Like, where do we find this? All right, I'm down if they're a giant McNugget. That's going to be good texture. I would do that with, like, no tomato, no mac sauce. I'd sub the mac sauce for either barbecue or buffalo. I'd put some buffalo on that. I usually do my chicken sandwiches. I will do with light mayo, and I'll put a thing of buffalo on them. Ooh, nice. No ranch. Nope, I'm from Buffalo. It's blue cheese. Buffalo blue cheese cupcakes. Boy, I gotta think about that. You know, that reminds me, Kate. Kate, I remember somebody telling me that they were going to make cookies for my birthday. Now, I know you're sick, but don't think I forgot. She even said I got sick. The way I see it now, Kate, the next time we're together, you better have cookies. That is now going to be the number one thing. Is Kate bringing cookies? And don't eat the bread. So when she heard it was my birthday, so I have been told by Doug and Trevor that Kate is a cookie queen. And I had mentioned it was my birthday, and she had said that she would make me cookies. Just don't eat the bread. She puts the bread in there to absorb moisture so they don't get stale. And I think that was, you were doing chemo. Like right after that, you were telling us on the stream. It was Lee who ate the bread. Yes, it was Lee ate the bread. But yeah, she got sick, so I never got birthday cookies for DCD Collects. Okay. All right. I am an easy cookie person. I like chocolate chip. I will eat any I will try any cookie once. But I'm an old school chocolate chip guy. What is this? Cookie bread? chocolate chip. Yeah, I don't do oatmeal raisin. I have had oatmeal chocolate chip. I do like. Have you had nut horns? I might have had it when I was in the Navy, but I'm pretty sure the corpsman got rid of it. Mom's nut horns? What did I just Google? Oh, they're like croissants. Croissant?
Let's go interception.
I mean, I'd try them. So, what up, T-Bone? We're talking about cookies. So I was raised in an Italian household. We had cookies called Bones of the Dead. I gotta find the Italian name for it. Osse de Morte. That's what they're called. Osse de Morte. Osse de Morte. Osse de Morte are the Bones of the Dead. They are a very hard cookie. Traditional Italian cookie. That you have to soak in either milk or coffee. They're called Bones of the Dead. Osse de Morte. They pretty much cannot be eaten without soaking them in something. They are rock hard. They will break your teeth. I grew up with extremely ethnic Italian cookies. Yeah, baby, there it is. My great-grandma, this is exactly what it freaking looked like, too. My great-grandma Livia, who came from southern Italy, right by the heel of the boot, she would make all of her cookies homemade. She'd also make her own pasta and sauce and meatballs, too. These are the cookies I grew up on. Anisette. We would have anisette cookies. This is what I grew up on. So these are not cookies you want to eat. These are not the cookies you want to grow up and say, "Oh, these are the cookies of my youth." These ones are great though. These ones are freaking delicious. But all these other ones are, let me put it this way. When all the kids would come over and Grandma Lena would have her cookies out, it was a mad dash to get these ones, the anisette ones and the softer ones, because all the other ones are very hard. So, if you didn't grow up on these cookies, you're not going to like them. But that's what I grew up on. So I am not judgmental when it comes to cookies. I will literally eat any cookie once and try it because it's going to be better than what I grew up on. Trevor likes a good macadamia nut. Scoobs would bite through those like they were soft, chewy Nabisco cookies. Yes, Dangle, 3 spots left. Pizzelles are your favorite. Yeah, I'd eat them on stream. Hey, Jack, how are you doing? I choose to say his name, Popelier. That is how we will pronounce it. Jack Popelier. We're gonna go with the French. This how you would say it in French. It would be Jacques Popelier. That is how I would say your name, and that is how I'm going to say your name. There is nothing you can do to stop me from saying your name that way. It's Jacques Popelier. Monsieur Popelier. Hey friend, how are you doing? Man, my day is going great. We are just winding down the stream, talking about cookies. Italian cookies, to be specific. How's your day? How is your day, night, evening, whatever it is? Nice, nice. But they require more humid area to make them. Day is good. I like to hear that. Every day should be a good day. Scuba. How's it going? Scoobs. Dangle says, what are you trading? I had asked 3 times to get an answer. Sorry, didn't mean to derail with cookies. Listen, it's never a bad time to discuss and talk about and try cookies. It's cookies are good. I have to limit my cookie intake because of the old sugar. Meshuggah. Lady, meshuggah. Not too many cookies. I make you 9 pies. I don't want 9 pies. I make you 9 pies. Don't make me pies. If you have not seen the movie Defending Your Life, starring, I believe it was Meryl Streep and Albert Einstein, you have to go. You have to see it. It's a classic. It's wonderful. It's so good. Me and Doug were talking about it the other day. Favorite food? Oh goodness, that is a danger question. If I had to choose one food to eat the rest of my life, I would broadly say sushi. As sushi covers such a wide spectrum, I could eat something different every day for a month. I never get tired of sushi. I am a raw sushi guy, although I will eat cooked. I'd have to say sushi. Albert Brooks. So, fun fact, Kate, Albert Brooks' real name is Albert Einstein. Google it, babe. I guarantee you I'm correct. He's like, it's smart. Smart thinking there. Smart thinking there. He went by Albert Brooks because his name is Einstein, and for obvious reasons. Listen, I am a pop culture nerd. Between Doug and Trevor and I'm pretty sure we know all of pop culture. And if you throw Lee in there, we not only know all of pop culture, we know the obscure stuff too. See, he knows. You breaking ankles over there, homie?
No, my friend is.
Oh, okay, good.
Unbelievable. The Vikings. Oh my god, dude. That
Yes,
was
sir.
so cool. Third touchdown, Daddy.
Good job, buddy. I'm proud of you.
That's my third touchdown.
Good.
Diving catch as JJ.
Jay Jetta? Nice.
And so maybe my fourth touchdown.
All right, Jacques Poppier. It was great meeting you, my friend. I hope you have a wonderful evening, day, night, whatever. Folks, he's on the way out. I gotta tell you, last call as well. It's 8:00 p.m. I've got a child that needs to go home, and home is 40 minutes away. So let's call last call on the night. No, that's me, Kate. Who on The Simpsons got yelled at about their sideburns? Don Mattingly. No, Chef. I don't even know that one. I saw it and I didn't answer because I didn't know. Doug would have to know. I don't know why he didn't respond. Oh, I see a trade. All right, I see it. It's a trade. Chef, I'm not going to put councilman here because I'm using 25-point font and it would take up the entire screen. Now, if we do sell those other 2 spots, I will do, adios, Jacques. I will do it tonight because this is a fairly quick one. Do your very best Gary Bettman trade announcement. Sure. Here is my best Gary Bettman impersonation. Thank you. Que paso, papi?
That is Donald Trump.
We're not. You can't say that on camera, Bubba. Oh, never mind. We only have 1 spot left. Then there was 1. Seporos, he is obsessed with the whole diaper thing. That is, I said Gary Bettman, not John Fisher. Got it. Jack's back. Hey everybody, Jack's back. All right, so 1 spot. We'll do this right now. Somebody grab that last one. Let's get it. There we go. Prue's got it. Now it's time for a party. So, Jack, you are about to see what we do here. First of all, Jack, since you are new, I am DC. This is DCD Collects. We are a few guys that got together, love pop culture, sports cards, memorabilia, and just having fun. I got my son Jimmy here. He's hanging out in the wings. It's somebody new. Oh, I'm sorry. He's on the spectrum. He doesn't like change. But we welcome you. So what we're doing now is something that we call There Will Be Blood. It is a twist on The White Elephant, and it's anything if not entertaining. I highly recommend sticking around. It's going to take us about 10-15 minutes to do, and there's a lot of fun. We're a crew about 10 to 25 people that hang out every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So there's going to be some inside jokes you may not get in the beginning, but please ask questions as we go, and I will do my best to answer them. Oh yeah, Katie, I'm sorry, I'm talking to YouTube. My bad, I'm multi-streaming. I also want to say I was trying to look up the artist signature for the DW, and it's freaking impossible. Yeah. Doug should know. You should reach out to him privately and be like, Doug, listen, this is yours. You got to know who this is. All right, let's do a vote. Those who are in, Dangle, Mr. Young, Chef, and Prue. Do you want the left one or the right one? First 1 to 3 wins. Dangle, you only count for 1 vote. But do I have a box of fish sticks? No, not here. I don't have a freezer.
Psych. That's the second interception. That's the only greatest thing. Whoop! Oh, they changed. Bam!
All right, let me just hit that real quick.
Go.
There we go. Light, reft. All right, start voting. Left or right? Dangle, Mr. Young, Chef, that's you. Prue, that's you too. Michael Young is not here. Somebody get Mr. Young. All right, Dangle, you can count for 2. Left. Right. Who's got 2 thumbs and likes opening boxes? This guy. All right, Dangle, you can basically choose now. You're worth 2 votes. Right and left. There we go. Now, Chef or Mr. Young gets to be the, or no, not Chef. Mr. Young or... Well, Mr. Young is going to have to be the tiebreaker. Mr. Young gets to be the tiebreaker as soon as he gets back. Sneeze. Achoo! Whew. Whew. That one hurt. That one had a little pain. Thank you. Thank you. That one hurt a little bit. My sneezes, I have really weird sneezes. I only get like 2 seconds of warning, and then it's like a shotgun. I'm not one of those people. It's like, no, it's like, oh, sneeze, and then boom, it's there. Like I don't have time to react. I barely have enough time to cover my face half the time. It's not because I'm rude. It's they just hit fast and hard. Title of my autobiography. Jimmy, what are you doing for Halloween, Bubba? What are you dressing as this year? The crew member? He is a Star Wars Galactic Starship crew member that is from the now defunct hotel. We got our hands on one of the cosplays that were sold at the hotel. So that's what he's going to be. Somebody get Mr. Young in here. If you have Mr. Young's phone number, get him in here. I sent him a Discord, but his Discord says inactive. 8675309, ask for Jenny.
Wait, they're gonna go for it? Oh, they're gonna go for it. Go.
Yeah, but Dangle has 2 for himself, too. I got it, Scoob. I promise. I promise. There you are. Mr. Young, it's sold out. So You are the tie-breaking vote. Do you want the left box or the right box for us to open? No, Chef was the first one. Mr. Young, you got to choose. The other 4 voted, and 2 for left, 2 for right. You are the decider. That's all good, Scoops. Once we choose, we will. Yeah, there you go. Once we choose, we will explain the rules one more time for anybody who's not seen this before, and then we're going to jump into the fun. It is going to be the left one. My goodness, I was hoping you would take the right. All right, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Small Change, There Will Be Blood. It is a low-dough break where everybody gets something, everybody has fun, and the disappointment is only mild. We are going to be opening a Super Break 2024 Supercharged Father's Day box, which has a minimum of 5 items in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this entire box in front of you. We are going to see what is inside. We are going to list it in the columns that you see there, column C. Then when everything has been opened, we are going to random all the names of the people that are involved 7 times on random.org. And then the fun begins. This is going to be similar to any of the white elephants you've ever done during the holiday season or at parties with friends. Each item is available in the beginning, so the first person who chooses gets to pick any item they want. The second person can choose to either take the first item or, take any item or steal from the first person. Now, there are rules to this. Each item can only be stolen twice. On the second steal, it is locked in. Well, DC, how do you keep track of everything? Great question. Thank you for asking. Originally, I will write them and highlight them in green. When they are selected the first time, they stay green. When they're stolen the first time, they are switched to yellow. And the second and final time that they are stolen, they turn red. Once they're red, they're locked in. That is where we get the title, There Will Be Blood, because, oh boy, there will be blood. This game may end up having more items than people. That's fine. It just means the person at the bottom is going to get a bonus. With that said, let's jump in and have a good time. All right. Hopefully, Jack, you caught most of what we're doing in that statement. But I'll explain it more as I go along. Let's start with this 2024 Supercharged Father's Day edition. 5 items per box and a whole bunch of fun. We are at the phase where we're just going to open everything, list what's inside before we find out who gets what. Everybody gets something. Everybody has fun. This is not like other places where you have a chance of getting nothing. Everybody is a winner. It's because we're all friends here. All right, folks, the choices are, do we open these or do you want them sealed? Let's see, I got 5 items. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We do. Yeah, we random the players at the end. Dangle says sealed. Mr. Young says open. Mr. Young technically says open, open, but I'm only going to count it as one open. Chef Prue, what are you thinking? Chef says open. 2 for open, 1 for sealed. Prue says open. All right, we're going to open them. All right, first things first, let's see what's inside of this gold package. Oh my goodness, I hope this is 1800. Please be 1800. This will be gangbusters. Yes! Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes. Ladies and gentlemen, the long sold out 1800. Ooh, baby, we know that's in demand. We know that's in demand. This is already shaping up to be exciting, and we've only opened one item. Here we go. Okay, there's the first box. Let's go with what's inside this red one. So, Jack, we are just seeing what's inside the sealed boxes, and then after that, we are going to random and then draft the items. It is fun. Ooh. Ooh, the greatest swordsman in the history of swordsmen. Miyamoto Musashi. He actually perfected the two-hand, two-sword fighting style with a traditional wakizashi, as well as a kitana. And he was undefeated in martial attempts, meaning he killed everybody that challenged him to determine who had the best style. This is a fact. Miyamoto Musashi is the greatest swordsman in history. We're going to call that the Musashi Gem. Musashi. I'm going to keep this for shipping. That's still useful. All right, let's go to the next bubble. Dang, DC got that knowledge. I do. Ooh, I got that couture, baby. I got that Louis. I got that Louis Vuitton. This is Louis Vuitton. This is actually part of a Louis Vuitton scarf, as well as 2 gemstones. Louis was a handsome man. We're going to call this Big Louis. Because it's big. And it's Louis. Big Louis. Hey man, I absolutely recycle shipping because it's the right thing to do for the planet. Why waste? All right, let's see what's inside the big gold. The Magnum package. No big deal, just historical presidential. There's a $100 box. I like gold. What's up, Hellbolt? Love you, man. Historical premium. We're gonna make that a little bit smaller of a font so it fits. Here's the final one. This feels interesting. Ooh. I like gold. Oh, mama. Oh, it looks like we got something kind of special here. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Jack likes it. He's digging it. Oh, we got here. Oh, boys, look at what we got here. Oh, It's this side. Okay. Oh, mama. Bruce Lee. That is 38 out of 50. That's some Bruce Lee. That feels like the jacket. That's going to be some Bruce Lee jacket action. That's a Big Bruce. We'll call that Big Bruce. We'll just call Bruce Lee. We don't have to give him a nickname. He's freaking Bruce Lee. We have 1800, the Musashi Gem, Big Louie Historical Premium, and Bruce Lee. Hey, this is a pretty good box. Now let's find out the order before the chaos. 7 times, as always, is the lucky number. Dangle will be in the middle. Oh, Dangle! You're at the bottom. That is a Christmas miracle, or a Kwanzaa miracle, or a Hanukkah miracle, or whatever you subscribe to. All right, Mr. Young. Bruce is one of Jack's favorite people ever. Yeah, man. Yep, we were very excited when they came out with the Bruce Lee collection. We grabbed, we still have a case. Yeah, we still have a sealed case of that. Mr. Young, Bruce. Prue, it's up to you. Bruce is Mr. Young's for the moment. Everything else is open. Historical, he's like, give me that box. That's a hundy. That's 40% off. There you go, Kate. Dig it. So technical. Councilman Chef. Councilman Chef, there are really no losers here. I gotta say, this is all good. By the way, if you want a fun story, Musashi once beat a long swordsman with a whittled oar of a ship. It's one of his most notorious wins. Dangle! Jack, he likes the Big Louie. What do you think? Dangle ever sowing chaos. Dangle-lang, dangle-lang. All right, I'm going to start putting these back to make it easier for me to leave. He did write a book. Was it the 7 Rings? Or the... Yeah, I liked Art of War better than Sun Tzu's, or better than Musashi's book. Sun Tzu, it had more substance. Musashi's book, I think it had a little too much fluff in it. Yes, Kate, we have had 2 that had no blood. But so far, here's the first strike. Now, this is only yellow. Are we going to see blood? Now, Mr. Young, Book of the 5 Rings. Thank you. That was Musashi, right? Mr. Young, since you were stolen from, you get to go next. And you can't steal the same item back. There's no take-backsies in this. I probably should have mentioned that, but you already knew. Yeah, it does. You're right. It does depend on the translation. Like, Musashi got into things about, like, carrying rouge in your sleeve and, how to be a statesman more than a swordsman. Historical premium. Oh, goodness, it's getting yellow. Prue, the world is your oyster. You just simply can't take the premium. I, at one point in my life, had Art of War memorized, nearly word for word. Huge fan of Art of War. The Musashi gem. Wow, Big Louie just chilling. Dangle. Dangle, now the world is your oyster. You have a choice of anything but the one you already own. Historical, all folks. There will be blood. Oh, yes, there will be blood. Mr. Young. Now, you can't take the Bruce Lee, because that came from you. So now, it's up to you to decide the flow of this match. Just bleed. Leaving. Prue. All right, Prue. You can have anything but historical and Musashi. Oh, Chef. Oh, Chef. That's a heartbreaker. Oh, Chef. What are you gonna do? Chef says, you give me that Bruce Lee. You give me that Bruce Lee. Dangle. Dangle, dangle, dangle. Dangle. Dangle, dangle. Now, if you take Big Louie, the game is over. If you take anything else, it keeps going. Oh, baby. 1800 all day. Prue. Prue. I think you can only take Big Louie, 'cause Musashi was stolen from you. So, Prue, you get Big Louie. There it is. Mr. Young gets Musashi. Prue gets Big Louie. Chef gets Bruce Lee. Dangle gets the 1800 and the historical premium. Dangle ended up with a whole bunch of sealed product. Let me get this put away in everybody's respected cubicle. I'm disappointed in everybody not named Dangle. All right, Bruce, this is Chef. I'm going to write your name on that. Musashi, Mr. Young.
You just got dangled.
Big Louie is Prue. Prue, we're just going to throw that right in the envelope immediately. And everything else is Dangle. All right, stick around and we'll see what's inside. Got a pack of 360 Pokemon today. Oh, yeah. Hitting that Pokemon. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I am an advocate for any collecting as long as it's not a body count. All right, one for Prue, one for Chef, one for Monsieur Young. And then we have Dangle. Dangle-lang, dangle-lang. Hey, Dangle, listen. Every once in a while, even a blind squirrel finds a nut. I think we're going to want that right about here. Let's get that focus factor. There we go. All right, we're going to kick it off. Dangle! Super Break Pieces of the Past 2023 Historical Premium Edition. 10 packs per box, 4 cards per pack. 3 relics! Lego! I mean, Blind Cat used to collect body counts. Oh, wait, not those? No! No, Mrs. Blind Cat.
So we're just done with phrasing, right? That's not a thing anymore?
Right? Hey, listen. Kate, as long as you're the final body on the list, it's all right. That's what I tell Mrs. the Breaker. It's not about how many bodies are on the list, it's who's listed as the last name. All right, Dangle, good luck, man. I hope you get a sweet, sweet signature. Ooh, John Adams. This is going to be the Presidential Portraits short print. Chef, are you doing the portraits? Chef says, I will trade the Bruce Lee for a Pieces of the Past presidential. Yeah, that presidential, I'm pretty excited for. I don't think anybody's bought that yet. Ooh, John Jay. This is a contemporary letter right there from John Jay. In and about the era of the Federalist Papers. There you go. Some handwritten whites. Trump's in here. Biden's in here. See? There's Joe. I love Dana Carvey doing Joe Biden on SNL. That is hilarious. I'm just a Dana Carvey fan to begin with. But I find great humor in it. Dangle. That should be numbered out of, I think, 45. It is 13 out of 45, but who is it? Oh! Somebody stop Trevor from breaking into the studio tonight, 'cause he's gonna want this. Oh, sweet baby Benji. T-Bone, we need to set the alarm. We need to turn the cameras on. He's coming for this. Mark my words. T-Bone is in the car. He is taking the 7.5 hour drive up to steal this. I know for a fact it's happening. Okay, so it should be the thick one. There we go. That is amazing. Do I have... Oh, I got to break into my own... I got to get my own PC for this one. These are my top loaders, but I will donate for this card. That definitely is worth dipping into the old stash. Chuck Arthur. That's probably your hit. Yeah, that is mega. Alexander Hamilton. All right, last one has a hit inside. Let's see what it's got. Oh, another banger. Oh, look at that Sam Adams, folks. Something about this makes me want to have a beer. Oh, man. The hits just keep on coming. That was a cherry box. That was really nice, Dangle. Oh, that's fine, Dangle. I love you, brother. Yeah, there you go, Kate. The other one, somebody else is working in that photo. Now, here's a little nugget that we all love. 2024 Piece of the Past 1800 edition. This will have handwriting galore. This is one of our all-time favorite products. Sold out almost instantly. Oh, get it. Oh, let's get it. Every pack is a hit. 7 out of 10, Garfield. Hide the lasagna. Oh, no, it's just Samuel Colt of Colt 45 fame. Oh, goodness. That is some old weathered paper right there. Looks like it's got a little chewing tobacco stain on it. That's how you know it's real. Thou shall not kill. That's what that says. Thou shall not kill. Woo-wee. Beloved hero of Billy D. Williams. That's right. Colt 45. If it only came with 2 zigzags. Colt 45 and 2 zigzags. Baby, we've had... listen, I could sing that whole song. Colt 45 and 2 zigzags. Baby, that's all we need. Ooh, we got a double. All right, Susan B. Anthony. And Madam C.J. Walker, not to be confused with C.J. Stroud or Walker, Texas Ranger. Completely different people, folks. Completely different people. One helped liberate the slaves. The other regularly liberates roundhouse face kicks. The other one liberates the football from his hand and into the end zone. Yeah, I was on the struggle bus, but I tried. Taylor. Oh, that's Alec Baldwin. That is an older Spider-Man. See, now you can't unsee it. Ooh, what's this? No big deal. It's just an unbelievable Andrew Carnegie. Is this the black? Is this a 101? No, it's not. Wow. It's just black. That's nice. That's very nice. That's probably Mrs. the Breaker wondering why I'm not home. All right, we have one more hit in here. I don't see how it could top what we've already got. What's up, Blind Cat? Looks like the captain went down with the Titanic. He does. It's very accurate. Chuck Dickens. Mr. Post. Zebulon. What up, Zebulon Pike? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. 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 Dangle, get your shot glass ready, baby. You're gonna need a drink. Oh, it's Clark from Lewis and Clark fame. It's Lewis from Lewis and Clark fame. It's Sacagawea from Lewis and Clark fame. And it's Napoleon Bonaparte. One of these things is not like the other. One of these things just isn't the same. Can you? Yeah, Sacagawea isn't a dude. There you go, Prue. You got it. Sacagawea's. She's a man, baby. Yeah, Louisiana Purchase Exploration. No, that they were definitely contemporaries of each other, right? Sapporos, yeah. It's just shocking at first because it's a little bit of a stretch. That's right, Mr. Young lives in Sacagawea Park, underneath the pedestrian bridge. Listen, if you were wondering who the undisputed winner of that break was, it's our man Dangle. Hey, Dangle, you dangled everybody. I love you too. You want to pack up? We're gonna go.
No.
Well, we gotta go anyway. He's also buried in Louisville. Yeah, right? All right, folks. Listen, here's what I'm going to do. This...
Oh,
there it is.
You just got dangled.
This went well. I have another one. Another one. Another one. Another one.
And still that.
I'm gonna post it for tomorrow. If anybody wants to jump in, it's the last one we have. We're probably not going to be able to get any more. You saw how many months it took us to get this one again. So it'll probably be a very long time before we get another. But I will post it. If y'all want to play tomorrow, we can do it. Don't forget, we still have the Halloween stuff that we want to move through. But I can't deny something as fun as There Will Be Blood. It's up. It's available. $60. We'll do it again tomorrow. Make sure you jump into the Discord and try to arrange the sellout. That'll make everything easy for us. In the meantime, let me see who is still streaming. All right, I have somebody I'm going to introduce you to. They are a ventriloquist. I think they're a wonderful ventriloquist. Her name is Captain Jenny. I think all of you are really going to enjoy her. Please stick around. Watch her work. She's wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, I love each and every one of you. Please take care of yourselves and each other so we can do this again tomorrow. Today was fun. Tomorrow could be more fun. The only way to find out is to be present. I will see each and every one of you tomorrow. Take care. Be safe. I love you all. And good night, folks.